Hello everyone. Today I'm on a mission to find the best AI background remover. Specifically, it needs to work for print on demand, merch by Amazon, those type of platforms. So I'm going to be testing them on this quite complex t-shirt design. And the reason why I picked this t-shirt design specifically is because it has internal background that needs to be removed. It has tricky backgrounds behind the letters, and it has all these little gaps in between seaweed. And a lot of the background removers struggle with these type of removals. And I'm going to be testing the most popular AI background removers that I'll be able to find on the front page of Google and some well-known brands. So let's proceed. First of all, let's try Kittle. Kittle is very popular, so let's see how well it does. Yeah, that's a big fail on the internal background removal and the letters, so let's move on. Now let's try Adobe and see how well it works. And it did a pretty good job, but the semi-transparent elements around the letters and the fuzziness is not acceptable, and the gaps and the weeds have not been removed. But let's download it and have a closer look later. Now let's test removal.ai. Yeah, that's not going to work for us. Next is remove.bg. This is what Canva uses. And the image looks really low res. I can see some background hasn't been removed. There is some weirdness inside the letters. They're not clean. And there is some fuzziness. Let's see if opening it in Canva solves it. Yeah, still looks weird. We can download it and take a closer look. Next is Photo Room. And wow, it did a very fast job. It looks pretty decent as well. I can't seem to zoom in, so let's download it for future comparison. Now let's do pixar.com. Yeah, that's not going to work. Next is Photio, or however you pronounce it, and yeah, it messed up. Now we can try Freepik. Freepik is quite popular as well. Yeah, it doesn't seem like it removed any of the internal backgrounds, so that's a no. And now Merch Falcon, the new kid on the block. Let's take a look. Zoom in, and this looks like a perfect background removal. Okay, let's do the final comparison. There are a couple of things that I'm looking for specifically. First of all, when it comes to printing, there are a couple of fundamental rules that you need to follow. First of all, you can't have fuzzy edges or semi-transparent elements at all, because printers cannot print with semi-transparent ink. Every single pixel that they print needs to be solid. Otherwise, it will just mess up the whole print. Secondly, the more background that you knock out, the better. Because first of all, if you're printing the t-shirts yourself, it'll be cheaper. Secondly, the less ink that you put on a t-shirt, the softer it will feel, so your customers are going to be happier. And finally, your background is going to be your t-shirt, so there's no need to apply all this extra ink, because you're already going to have this background. So I'm looking for no semi-transparent elements. I want clean edges. I want good quality image, and I want it to have the least amount of ink possible. Okay, let's have a look at this one. This one is Photo Room. Let's take a closer look. So immediately, the background hasn't been removed between the letters. There is some missing background here. I see some fuzziness, like this little bit is semi-transparent. It's not ideal, but it's small enough that it shouldn't make too big of a difference. And background hasn't been completely knocked out from the teeth and a couple of elements. Let's do this thing to help you see better. It's not bad overall, but it could be better. The next image is remove BG. That's what Canva uses. I couldn't download a higher quality version, so please ignore the low resolution. Same problem with the letters. Couple of semi-transparent areas. This fuzziness is not going to print well. It will especially becomes a problem if you're DTF printing, so you'll end up with the white outline around all the elements. Let's see what it looks like on the background. Yeah, it's not good. Next one is Adobe. For some reason it removed background from some seaweeds, but not others. A couple of semi-transparent elements. Yeah, all the like shadows and this type of stuff, it's very bad for printing. And the biggest problem is this. This is not going to print well at all. You can't have these semi-transparent shadows over text. Let's see what it looks like with the background. Looks like even the letters are semi-transparent. Let's change the background color to something else. Yeah, that's unusable. You can't have that. Let's make it dark again. And finally, merge Falcon. Look at these clean edges. Every little single bit of background has been removed perfectly. There is no mess on the letters, no weird shadows, no semi-transparent elements. And when you print a t-shirt like this, with all the color knocked out, it's going to be so soft. And as you can see, as soon as you print it on the background, on the dark background, yeah, so make up your own mind, I guess. Which one do you prefer?